I don't know about you guys, but whenever these things, these challenges come up, either in our own personal lives or, in the world around us, which they tremendously are right now, I always, ask myself, well, what can I do? And it's something that's so big with these conflicts. It's just very challenging to know what you can do. Natalie, can you hear me? Good. Okay, thank you. So the only thing I can come to is I heard this speaker, and she was saying the best thing we can do is to just make sure to check in with ourselves, to make sure that there's no hate in our own hearts. And I just thought that was so wonderful because, there's always some hate or some prejudice or some feeling that we're not quite clear about. And so it needs to come up and we need to acknowledge it and deal with it. And to me, that's yoga. Yoga is about self-inquiry. It's about learning to investigate ourselves in a deep way. And so to me, when it comes up, then you can heal it. Then you can heal it and acknowledge it. So we'll just kind of keep that in our minds and hearts as we practice our yoga today. So switch the cross of your legs. Take off any glasses. And then just bring your hands onto your support. You might want to sit up on your bolster, Jen. Even just put the bolster up on top of those blankets. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's good. So press down and raise the sides of your trunk up. Bring your outer shoulders back and just reach the crown of your head upwards. So you want to find that vertical line going all the way up and that horizontal line going all the way out. And then focus on that effulgent light in the center of your chest, like an inner sun. And bring your hands there. Close your eyes and connect your body and your mind with your breath. Let your breath be soft and smooth. And allow your exhalations to help settle you down. Feel the sitting bones moving down, the thigh bones moving down, the shoulder blades moving down. And then allow your inhalations to help you lift the sides of your trunk, the inner walls of your chest. Let that extension to come from the base of your spine all the way up through the crown of your head. As you seal your hands into each other, attract your attention from your head into your heart. Soften your face. Invite your senses of perception inwards. Relax your jaw, your tongue, your throat. Give yourself this time to practice yoga with others who are also interested in healing themselves, aligning themselves, uplifting themselves, seeing who they really are. Please join me now for 3 ohms and the chant to Patanjali. Yogena chitasya padena vacham malam sharirasya chavai chakena yopa karutam pavaram muninam patanjalim pranjaliranatosmi Abahu Purushakaram Shankha Chakra Sitarinam Sahasra Shirsham Shvetam Pranamami Patanjalim Hari Om. Raise your chest upwards and bow your head downwards. Release your hands down to your thighs. And then raise your head and open your eyes. Okay, let's stretch out your legs, and we'll start in Supta Baddha Konasana today. So have you guys at the back, you might want to stagger just because whenever you want to be able to bring your arms out, just move your mat forwards or backwards. So you have lots of space, especially today because it's not a really crowded class today. Okay, so have a blanket for your head. You can either have it, the bolster goes vertically, right? And the blanket can either be like this, or you can fold it like this if you need some more height under your head. And then take these other blankets and make them two more blankets into rolls. So just open the blankets one size larger than shoulder stand or shelf size, and then roll them from the fringes to the neat side. And you'll have those rolls just right outside your mat there. Like that. And then you'll have your belt, make a loop in your belt, but don't make the loop really small. Make it pretty large. Okay, so then you put the belt over your body, and then make sure that you're sitting in front of your bolster, like about 3 or 4 inches. And then the belt comes all the way down to that. It's pretty low down. It's lower than you think. So here's my back, right? I want it right at the top of the buttocks there. So make sure it's pretty low down, right where the two buttocks come together there. And then you bring this through your inner thighs. You bring the loop through the inner thighs, and you wrap it around the bottoms of the feet, the little toe side of the feet, and then you pull the tail of the belt backwards until you feel some connection of your sacrum kind of drawing in. And try to organize that you don't have the buckle of the belt on your skin. That's going to be more ideal. Okay. And then you start to lengthen your buttocks flesh and bring your spine down, and your head is supported. And then you have these blankets in alongside your thighs. Now, if you're really more flexible, they might just be barely touching your knees, And if your knees come all the way to the floor, then you don't need the blankets there. But if your knees don't come to the floor, then you need some support in order for the opening, the relaxation to happen. That's it. So the feet are as close to the pelvis as you can manage, and the belt is taut, but not feeling like it's uncomfortable. Make sure that your head feels like it's kind of slanting down. It's definitely not getting thrown back. And support your outer thighs and your outer hips so you feel that sense of support. And if this doesn't work for anybody, you just come up and you can have your legs straight. It doesn't work to have the belt or the legs in Baddha Konasana. And then just bring your arms like Shavasana alongside your body. And allow yourself the luxury of being in this pose. Feel where the belt is right on your inner groins there, and see if you can spread a little bit from the inner groins out to the inner knees. And then allow your outer thighs to just release into those supports, those blanket rolls. Feel your upper chest and your upper back and see if you can have any sense of widening, broadening there. Your outer shoulders release back. The back armpit comes up. The breastbone is naturally lifted in this pose as the collarbones broaden. And then see if you can feel your shoulder blades lifting into your back. See if you're carrying any tension in the top of your shoulders, your neck, and really soften your face. Feel that support under your head. And then just rediscover your breath. Feel the in of the breath, the out of the breath, the rise and the fall of your breath. Feel the texture of your breath. Notice the length of your inhalations as compared to your exhalations. Notice where you feel the breath the most, maybe in your chest, maybe in your ribs, maybe in your belly. And just become aware of your arms. And then raise your arms up alongside your ears and just get extended from the hips all the way to the fingertips. Have your hands about shoulder distance apart. Fully extend the arms. Inhale and then exhale. Hold your elbows around your head. And if that doesn't work for your shoulders today, just come back to that Shavasana position for the arms. Feel the bolster under your spine or the props that you have today. See if you can relax back into those pillows, into that support. Just taking time, pausing. Notice your breath again. See if it moves into a different place as you raise your arms up. Check to see that your eyes are not rolling back. Just let your eyes relax back towards your brain. Draw your ears inwards towards your brain. And keep flowing your brain towards your heart. Let your heart take the wheel, take the driver's seat. And then re-extend your arms. Inhaling, lengthening the sides of the trunk, and then exhaling, just switch the cross of your arms. And we're just here to untie knots, to untangle tightness, rigidity. And inhale one more time, extend your arms. And then as you exhale, just bring your arms back to that first position. And become aware of your arms once again. Turn your palms downwards. Bring your hands back a little bit so you can support your body weight with your hands. Press your hands down and then lead with your chest. Think of lifting your chest first, your head second. That's it. And then just take the belt off of your feet and extend your legs forwards. Good. You can take the belt off of your body as well. And then turn your bolster sideways. This way. I'm going to show just so you see the back. But you guys, your heads are going to go towards the ropes, those of you here. And then you can have this blanket that was under your head on the bolster. You can put it behind the bolster. So there's a little bit of space there. That's where your arms and your shoulders are going to go. And you can take one of these blanket rolls and put that on top of the roll. And then we're going to take Supta Svastikasana. So that means the shins are crossed at the very center. And then you start to go back over this bolster. And the bolster comes more into your upper back, not so much your middle or your lower back. And then you can tuck that blanket roll under your neck and your head and let your head be back. If that doesn't work for your neck, then let me know and I'll get you, those of you here, I'll get you another bolster and you can have another bolster under your head and your neck. Otherwise, and those of you at home, if it doesn't work, put some more height under your head so your head isn't falling back. And that's it. Good. So Abby, just come up for a second and move your body a little bit further forwards and your bolster. That's it. There you go. I'm going to give you another bolster here. Just use this bolster. Let your head be on that bolster. See if that works. Is that okay? Okay, maybe put that in the nape of your neck. Yeah, that's it. Does that feel okay? Great. And then just spread your arms out to the sides. See if you can move your body back a little bit, Dasha. That's it. Because you want your shoulders to be in between the bolster and the, yeah, does that feel okay? Does that feel okay for your neck to have it back? Okay, good. And then the palms are upwards. The arms are out to the sides. So check in with your lower back, lengthen that buttocks flesh, lift the sides of your trunk. Bring your shoulder blades up into the back and really get a sense of that back armpit coming and the front armpit chest lifts. Broaden your collarbones and the top of the scapula, the shoulder blades, all the way out to your hands. Relax your neck. And then just notice your breath in this pose. So this is super good. See if you can bring your arms up over this bolster. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. There you go. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's good, Jen, what you're doing. It's really good. Yeah. Yeah. If anyone needs any support outside the hips, you can use some blocks. If you feel any discomfort, how is that for you, Jen? Is it okay? There's two Jen. There's Jen H and Jen A. Yeah, that's it. Okay, good. And you can also, again, do it with your legs straight. If it just really is bothering the hips, just have your legs straight. Yeah, that's fine. And you can have your legs like a little bit apart. Now stretch out your legs and just firm the knees and then switch the cross of your legs. There for sure. Is that good? Sure. Better? Really let your abdomen soften and let your organic body, your internal organs, kind of sink back towards the back of the body. You can feel your lungs resting. That's also part of the organic body. And your heart is resting. Even your brain is resting. Now stretch out your legs. Have some good breaths. And then bend your legs and roll to your side, to your right side. And then you can come up and move your props aside and just take a nice decentralized downward dog. So your hands are almost as wide as the sticky mat, and your feet are as wide as the sticky mat. So a nice decentralized downward dog. If anyone needs the ropes, feel free to utilize the ropes. We're all going to do that in a while, but we'll just so hands wide, feet wide. You can turn your hands out a little bit as needed. Have your heels a little bit wider than your toes. Yeah, that works, Dasha. That's good. Feel if you're in your arms, and then see if you can go back into the legs a little bit more. Straightening your arms, pulling your hips up away from your shoulders, pressing your thighs back, and reaching your heels down. Feel again your breath. Maybe notice at the end of your exhalation, your abdomen just organically kind of lifts up into the body. You don't have to really do it. It just does that at the end of your exhalation. With each exhalation, keep moving back into the legs. And if it's feeling really good, stay. You can always come down into child's pose at any time. It's best for you. Yes. And if you're still in the pose, start to come down now into your child's pose. Big toes touching, knees apart. Take any of your props that you need for that. Okay, and then slowly come up. And then I'm just showing from the back. So organize your bolster out to the side. And you can have one of those rolls on top of the bolster like I have here. And, it's like a little less than an arm's distance out to the side. And then we'll come into Supta Tadasana. You can take the loop out of your belt. And then once you're in Supta Tadasana, we'll have that belt on the arch of the foot. And we'll do the first one. And then we'll take the leg over for the second one. And if that's not enough height, come up and add some more height on that bolster because you don't want to be doing this, right? You don't want the pelvis to kind of tip. So you want to be able to push this down into this. What you can do if you need more height is just take another blanket maybe and put it under here, like that. So you can do that. Okay, so organize that and we can always adjust as we go. So come onto your back and just be in Supta Tadasana for a moment. Lengthen the flesh of your buttocks and lift up your chest. Make sure the back of your neck is long. Have a blanket for your head and your neck as needed. And then go ahead and belt your right arch. Belt the arch of your right foot. And take it up. Just to that place where your leg is right above the hip. Hold the belt so your hands are apart. I'm going to give you want another bolster there, Dasha, for your head. The block. Are you sure? Let's get you a soft block then, a foam block. Okay, so press that left leg down. Feel a sense of heaviness, earthiness in that left thigh, and a sense of lightness. Is that okay? Yeah. Lightness and spaciousness in that upper leg. So press that left thigh down, move that right thigh back, and then take a deeper inhalation. And just like in downward dog, when your abdomen kind of emptied out, pull your right foot closer to your head. Bend your elbows out to the sides and just pull that foot closer in. Keeping that left leg earthy and heavy. Yes, pressing that right thigh back. And then hold on to the belt with your right hand. And when you bring the leg over to the side, you want that support to come somewhere between your knee and your foot. Somewhere between your knee and your foot. So that outer shin bone. When you bring it down. Yes. And then just see. I think maybe a tiny bit more support, right? If you need some more support, just come up and reorganize. Try that. Yes, that looks good. Good. And then just bring your left hand onto your left hip bone. And again, have that sense of earthiness there in that left hip bone. So your pelvis is level, it's not tipping. But you do want to kind of press your right shin bone into that support. And kind of pull your left hip bone away from that right inner thigh. Does that feel okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. And I think last time you had like a groin concern, right? Was that you or no? Okay. That's it. Make sure that both sides of the trunk are even. Have that sense of wideness in your pelvis. And then you can always, once you have your pelvis level, you can extend your left arm out to the side. Is that okay? Connect with your breath. How is this gentle? Maybe it was you. That's it. What's that? Is okay? Good. Remember where the belt was in Supta Baddha Konasana, that inner groin? Can you have any sense of releasing, opening, widening there? Good. And then come back to the center. Hold the belt with your left hand and just take the right leg over to the left just a little bit. Just a little bit. Keep that inner left thigh moving down. You can use your right hand in that outer right hip region and push that outer right hip away from that right shoulder. Good, you guys. And then come back to the center and release that leg. And then the easiest thing to do is just move your body around. Otherwise, you can move your props to the other side. So you can choose either move your body and your head support or just move your props. Come back to Supta Tadasana. And then belt your left foot on the arch. Let's do the arch today, the arch of the foot. So get that earthy feeling, that heaviness in that right leg, and extend it outwards. There you go, AJ. See if you can keep opening up the back of that left knee. A sense of lightness in the left leg and spaciousness as you press that left thigh back. The back of your neck extended, and take a deeper inhalation. At the end of that exhalation, then pull your left foot closer in. Yes. Keeping that heaviness in that right leg and pushing that left thigh back. Now hold the belt with your left hand, inhale, and then exhale, take that left leg over and have those supports somewhere between your knee and your ankle. Yeah, make it higher. If you find that your pelvis is tipping to the left, just add some more height there. NJ, you could have your bolster further out to the side. You have it under the thigh, just have it under the shin bone. So somewhere between your knee and your ankle. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And then just bring your right hand onto that frontal hip bone and hold it down. Press your left thigh or left shin bone into that support. Yeah, does that feel okay, Jen? That's it. And just widen that space right where that belt was in Supta Baddha Konasana. Yeah, that's it. Keep connecting with the breath. Each exhalation is an invitation to release something. Each inhalation is an invitation to recharge, replenish, restore your energy. And then once you have that levelness of your pelvis, you can stretch that right arm out to the side. Good. Bring this rib cage in just a little bit. Yeah, like that. How about this side? It's okay. This buttocks under you. There you go. These ribs. There you go. That's it. Feel okay? Good. Good. Now come back to the center. Hold the belt with your right hand. Inhale. And then exhale. Take that left leg over to the right side just a little bit. Keep your right leg basically stays in Tadasana. And then inhale as you exhale. See if you can move your left hip away from your left shoulder any amount. Keep reaching into the belt with that left inner foot. Good. And then come back to the center and release that leg. Okay, now those of you at home, you're going to need to find a wall space. So bring the short edge of your mat to your wall. and your bolster. Those of you here, you're going to need to find a space at the rope wall. So come under a picture in between two ropes, right under a picture, and then you're going to tie your belt over the two top ropes this way. So see how I have it over the two top ropes? The belt comes under the floating ring and then back over. And it has a very slight, like this much of a tail. See that? Just like maybe an inch of a tail. And then you can put your blanket here on top of the belt there. And then also get a chair. Get a chair. Okay, those of you at home also have a chair. So once you have the short edge of your mat at the wall there, you can have your chair like somewhere nearby, those of you at home. And then those of you on the rope wall, you'll also need your bolster. And maybe your blanket. Just have the chair at the top of your mat with the seat facing inwards. Yeah, seat facing, yeah, right. You don't have to have it on your mat, just like maybe just the front legs. Yeah, that's it, good. Just make sure that your tail isn't too long, those of you with the ropes. Otherwise, you won't be able to do that. You'll get too short. Okay? And then they're still getting organized. So those of you at home, I think if you're ready, you're gonna be doing downward dog, with your hands at the wall here, and your head is gonna be supported on that bolster. If the bolster is too low, you just build it higher, like with some more props. And if it's too high, you make it lower. Okay, and then you'll also come down into child's pose. You can just turn this blanket side or this bolster sideways, and you can rest in child's pose with your head and your forearms up on the bolster because it gives the abdomen a lot of space. Really nice. Okay, so you can come up and down to those two poses. Those of you here, yeah, just have your chair. Your tail is a little bit too long there, Jen. Now there's three Jens. There's Gen P, there's Gen A, and there's Gen H. Okay, good. Yes, and then you also, one more thing, have your bolster because you want to have head support, right? So you want to have your head supported. So have your bolster there. Okay, so get your bolster. You can come out and get your bolster there. I'm gonna get you a chair. Okay, and then just go, once you go down, Jen, you can, Gen A, show them. So she walks forwards, she brings her hands down, and then she walks her feet all the way back to the wall. For this one, the feet do come back to the wall. And then she walks the hands forward and she rests the head. Now, if your head doesn't come down, I'll bring you some extra support, those of you here. Yeah, that's it. Just make a real small little tail of that belt. Yeah. And then walk your hands forward. There you go. And let me know if you can do this. You can also put your hands up on this chair here, Dasha, if that feels better. Okay, that's okay. Very good. Can you get your heels further back or no? If it doesn't matter if you can't. Yeah, that's it. So those of you at home, push into the wall and straighten your arms and pull your hips away from your shoulders and just allow your forehead to rest, somewhere between, the crown of your head and your forehead. But it shouldn't feel like you're pulling your head down or like the props are pushing your head up. Make sure that you're not dropping the front diaphragm. Just pull the hips up and back. Those of you here, press your heels back into that wall and walk your hands further and further forward. Yes, and rest your head on that support. That looks good. I'm going to give you another, you can use this that you were using before under your head. Does that feel okay? Keep walking the hands forward. Those of you on the ropes, you can also slide your heels down That looks good, Natalie. Yes, that's good. Yeah. So those of you on the ropes, allow the ropes to hold you and walk the hands forward, heels down. Get that length to come on the sides of the trunk. And everybody rest the head. Those of you at home, if it's better to come into child's pose and rest, you can do that. Turn the bolster sideways, rest your forearms and your head on the bolster. If you're on ropes, Natalie, you can just take Uttanasana there if you want to rest. And then those of you at home, if you want to do that again, you can. I'll leave that to you. Straighten your arms, so feel the bolster, and then feel your elbows moving towards your ears, towards the bolster. Spread the fingers well. We don't always get to use the ropes, especially in the Sunday class, so enjoy this opportunity. Good. Now, those of you at home, start to come down. And even if you didn't do child's pose, that's okay. You're going to do Uttanasana. So watch how I'm doing this Uttanasana. This is for those of you at home. I have my chair and I have my hips against the wall. My feet are about 1.5 feet forwards, and I'm just resting. Again, you might need more height on this chair. So definitely for AJ, build the chair higher with some more pillows or, whatever you have there. You can even put blocks like under the bolster. So you're going to be doing this. Uttanasana with hip and head support. The legs are angular. Those of you here, start to bring your hands back under the shoulders and then walk your feet towards your hands. Walk all the way to the center of the mat. Pull the chair closer to you. Put your bolster up on top of the chair sideways. And then again, rest your forearms and your head on that bolster, on the chair. That's the way. And your feet can be either hip distance, shoulder distance, heels a little bit wider than toes. Otherwise, you can take your feet as wide as the mat. Yes. Draw the legs up. Let your head rest. That looks good, Kathy. Nice. Very nice. Straighten the legs. You have your hips supported, your head supported. That looks good. Everybody at home. And those of you on the ropes, you still feel like the ropes kind of pressing the thighs very gently back. Outer hips are coming in. Now everybody just bring your hands up onto the bolster and straighten your arms. And then just bring your hands to your hips and come up. Great. Okay, and then come out of the ropes there. And I'm going to have Jen and Sydney and Dasha, I'll help you. And Abby, pull your mats out about 1 mat's distance. So pull your mat out, you guys that I mentioned, to about here. Okay, pull your mat out to about there. Do you need some help with that, Dasha? Or can you do it? You can take your chair off. And then those of you at home, just take your chair off of your mat there. And we're all going to do Prasarita Padottanasana, right? You guys are going to be facing the exit. And I want you to have something soft under your head. So maybe it's a folded blanket like this. Maybe it's, opened. But I definitely want something soft under your head when you come down. Okay, so just organize your feet at the back edge of your mat. Take your chair and your other props off. Organize your feet there, the back edge of your mat. And then bring your arms out to the sides in line with your shoulders. There you go. And then step your feet out under your hands. Yeah, that's good. That's perfect. That's great. Thank you. And then bring your hands to the hips. Take your heels a little bit wider than your toes. Yeah, just organize your heels like she has at the back of your mat there. And then start to come down. Bring your hands under your shoulders and concave your back. And then exhale, bend your elbows and walk your hands back. And then rest your head on that support. And you can even use your bolster because we have these bolsters out. So use this bolster under your head. Yes, there you go. And maybe take your legs a little bit wider and just rest your hands on the floor. See how she has her hands there behind you? Yeah, there you go. So your hands are back in line with your feet, maybe just in line with your toes. Yes, palms are flat. Spread your toes and roll towards the little toe sides of the feet. If this isn't working for anybody, do the pose with your arms forward. And you could, again, put your head under you could put your bolster under your head, kind of like that downward dog. And release your head onto that soft blanket. Lift your shoulders up. Move your shoulder blades into your back. And just connect with your breath. As you inhale, draw up through your legs. And as you exhale, flow down through the sides of your trunk. Sit. As you inhale, lift your shoulder blades up. As you exhale, soften your face. Keep your hips right over the ankles. Good. How is that for you, AJ? Is it okay? Okay, good. See if you can straighten those legs a little bit more. This look good. Now lift up your head and walk your hands forward under your shoulders. Bring your feet closer together. And then bring your hands onto your hips and just come up. Stay facing that same direction, but come to Tadasana. Either have your feet together or hip distance apart. Be in your Tadasana. And if you feel balanced, close your eyes. Close your eyes. Tadasana with your eyes closed. So thighs are back. Side ribs are up. Shoulder blades are in. Find that line from the base of your spine to the crown of your head. That's it. Good. And then open your eyes. Those of you who practice head balance, start to get ready. If anyone wants to hang on the ropes today, today's a perfect day to do that. Otherwise, if you need a wall space, you could also do support at the wall. If you're not doing head balance today, I want you to find a wall space, and I want you to put your legs up the wall this way. And you can, of course, have a blanket for your head. There's nothing under your hips. So if you're not doing headstand today, you're going to be doing Urdhva Prasarita Padasana with support, with wall support. Okay, and then we'll do different things here. Those of you putting your legs up the wall, try to organize that you have enough room to spread your legs, to spread the legs apart. Okay. There's plenty of room up here. You can use this space, that space. Yeah, like that. Well, Sydney's going to hang on the ropes, you can see, and also Jennifer's going to hang on the ropes. That's good, but make the tail really long now. If you're going to use that, make the tail really long. Yeah, that's it. So it will touch the floor. Yeah, that's it. Sure. So you have it on the lower ones. Let's just put it on the upper ones. Yeah. Otherwise, just go up into your headstand.
What's the adjustment? How should it be?
Usually I like it to be like this. It's almost a little bit below this. So I think, yeah, that should be right, fine, right there. Okay. Yeah, great. Otherwise, your legs can be up the wall. And you can have head support if your legs are up the wall. That's it. Good, Natalie. That's it. Keep reaching up through the inner edges of the feet. We only have one of those. We only have one of those. Yeah. You can do it with two chairs, but it's a bit, yeah. Are you going to do headstand regular? Okay, then you will need your mat. Yeah, you will need your mat under. You can put the blanket on top of the mat, but you will need your mat. That looks good. Those of you with your legs up the wall, see if you can reach up through the inner edges of your feet. Yeah, like that. That's it. Very nice. Good. Show headstanders. Keep sealing your forearms down, lifting your shoulders up. Try this. Try this tri-folded blanket. See if that's too low.
No, that's much better.
Yeah, so that's the tri-folded. I can show you what I'm doing, and then you can have that tri-folded blanket. Yeah, because this, I think, will eventually put a crick in your neck. Keep streaming those legs upwards. You can just, yeah, you can do the half if you need to, Jen. Otherwise, can you go up? So what you do is you bend one leg and kind of push down with this, and then keep this leg straight and kick up. Go up into the pose. There you go. Good. Keep your feet on the wall. Keep your buttocks off the wall. Does that feel okay? And then can you bring your elbows more in? Yeah, that's the way. Good. Move the tip of your nose a little bit to the left. And I think that next time, this channel looks a little bit thick to me. Your blanket looks a little bit thick, so we can change that. That looks good. NJ, Tina, nice. Keep reaching up. And think of your internal organs going up. Move your internal organs up, away from gravity. So it's not just your shoulder blades, not just your hips, but move your internal organs up. Lift them. Yes. And reach up through your legs. Bring your tailbone in. If it's time to come down, come down. That's it. Those of you with your legs up the wall, you can spread your legs apart into Upavishta Konasana. Yeah, that's the way. Good. You can take any arm variation. No, that's only for those legs up the wall, NJ. You can try it if you want to. That's fine. You have your toes going down. Yeah, that's fine. Good. Once you're down, just have some good exhalations. Absorb the effects of the pose. Now, if you're still in the pose, start to come down. If you're on the rope, start to come down. If your legs are apart, bring your legs together and then just draw your knees into your chest. Draw the knees into the chest. That's it. Okay, and then slowly come on up. This is going to be the next setup. So we'll do it today with the chair on the mat. A lot of times we have the chair off the mat, but we're going to have the chair on the mat today. So you can still be at the wall. And I have my bolster at the wall. And I have the back of my chair facing the wall. And I just have a blanket, like shoulder stand size, on the chair. Okay, and I would say that your chair is about, a leg's distance away from the bolster. So if I sit at the back of the chair, I can bring my feet up onto that bolster. So that's the measurement. I'm just sitting at the back of my chair. Okay, and then watch what I do. Whenever you're using the blanket, it tends to move, so just be aware of that. As I lift my hips up, I move back, and you just start to go back and bring your shoulder blades to the front edge. If you need head support, have a block for your head there, or something. We can use even two bolsters if you want something softer. That's fine. Otherwise, allow your head to be back. And we'll be here. We're not going to take the arms under, and then you can bring your feet up. If that's not enough height, those of you here, let me know and we can get you another bolster. Those of you at home, you might have to come up and get more height. And then we'll take the arms over. Okay, so let's do that. To come up, you press the elbows in and you lead with your chest. Let's try that. So step through your chair. Be about one leg's distance. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. Let's see. Let's experiment, right? We'll try it and see how it works. Okay, so step through the chair and then start to go back. Lengthen your buttocks flesh. We're going to step your legs through the chair. And then just keep your knees bent. Don't bring your feet up right away. Just bring your feet flat. Make sure that you're not coming too far out of the chair. Just the front of the chair comes to the shoulder blades, the bottom shoulder blades, the bra line region. That's it. And just keep your hands on the sides of the chair. If you need that head support, be sure to take that. So just start with your knees bent. Everybody have the knees bent just for a few breaths. So move your hips here, like that, and then hold here, and then start to go back and see if you can. Let's do it with a bolster. So come out of your chair for a second. Good, and then once you have that lower back long, then you can extend your legs. Just keep your hands on the sides of the chair. Bring your heels up onto that bolster. And then I'm going to put also a bolster there, another bolster. Hold on. Okay. Now move your hips towards the back of that bolster. And then start to bring your spine down. Just keep your knees bent, feet flat. Yeah, that's it. How does that feel? And I'll put that tri-folded blanket under your head and your neck. Can you do that?
I can do that.
Great. And then now straighten your legs. That's it. Good. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah. And make sure those legs are straight. You might have to come up, Jen, and move your chair a little bit further out because your legs are not going to be able to straighten. Just move your chair further away from that bolster. Yeah, there you go. Good. And then if that feels okay, lift your arms up over your head and extend from your heels to your fingertips. Even here, can you keep that intention? What's that? Sure, you can put a blanket on the block. Is that good? Good. So reach the heels away from your hands. Yeah, your hands might come to the floor. They may not. Does that feel okay, Jen? Okay. Is that good? There you go. Nice, Janie. That's it. Make sure you're breathing. That's the way. Nice. That looks good, NJ. Nice. That's it. Yeah, you can take your arm shoulder distance, maybe wider. You can also just experiment with bringing your arms like Shavasana alongside your body. Just kind of be open to different positions and see how it affects your body, your breath. Yes. Relax your throat, relax your jaw. Really let your body drape over that chair. That looks good. Yes, nice. Beautiful. Well done, everybody. Beautiful practices today. Okay, now bring your arms back alongside the sides of the chair. Bend your knees. Move your body a little bit further towards your head side. Press your elbows down, and I'll help you come up. If you're not used to it, you can hold your head and then go up. Is that okay? There you go. And then just have some really good breaths in and out. Really good breaths. Sit more towards the center of your chair seat and turn to the right. Bring your left forearm onto the back of the chair. Bring your right hand onto the seat of the chair. Inhale, lift. Exhale, turn. Keep drawing your outer left knee into the outer left hip, because the left knee tends to get a little bit forward. That's it. So keep your knees nice and straight. So draw this back so your pelvis doesn't move. Yeah, there you go. Use your breath when you kind of get stuck. Inhale, lift, and then maybe you can move your right hand further to the left, move your left hand further to the right, lift your chin up. That's the way. And then come back to the center. Inhale, and then exhale, turn to the left side. Bring your right forearm onto the back. Bring your left hand onto the seat of the chair somewhere. And draw your outer right knee back. Tends to get ahead. So don't let keep your pelvis stabilized. And then inhale, lift upwards, especially on that right side of your trunk. Lift your chin, and then maybe you can move your left hand further to the right. Move your right hand further to the left. Turn a little bit more. Yes, that's it. Yeah, good. And then release. And then come out of your chair. Good. Now, those of you at the rope wall, if you feel too, clustered there and you want more space, you can just pull your mats out a little bit. It's fine to pull your mats out. Okay. In fact, let's all do that. Just pull your mat a little bit away from the wall. Pull your mat a little bit away from the wall. And you guys there can stagger. And then your chair goes towards the wall. But see how there's a space between the chair and the wall? Yeah. And then you can have another one of your blankets here. And your bolster goes here. Like that. And you want your belt on the back of the chair this way. So you're putting your belt on the back of the chair. So it looks this way. It forms a little hammock, and that hammock's going to be for your feet. So instead of doing Baddha Konasana on the back of the chair, you're going to put your feet in this little hammock. So make sure it's nice and taut. And then if you're okay with the blanket on the chair, that's fine. Otherwise, get a sticky mat. Get an extra sticky mat. If you have any doubt, get the sticky mat. That's going to be a better choice. And I'm not sure. Well, we can try this, Dasha, and then you can see if it's going to work. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, so blanket or sticky mat. If you have any doubt, get the sticky mat. you're more, if some of you are very familiar, some of you just work with the steel, that's fine also. But make it more comfortable for today. Okay, so let me show you this. Yeah, that's it. And then make it really taut. There you go. There you go. Good. Like that. Great. Okay, so make that taut. And I can help you. There you go. Let me show you this one more time. It's okay. It's okay. Just bring it through the bottom. Let's see here. In this. Let's see here. If you know the pose, just go ahead into it. Have your legs over the back of the chair. You can also put another blanket over the back of the chair. See how it comes under the ring and then it goes over the ring. Yeah, then it will be much more sturdy. So you can put a blanket over the back of the chair if the back of the chair bothers your legs, for sure. There you go. Okay, and then, yeah, that's it. And then just have your legs straight over the back of the chair. So sit on the side of the chair there. Swing your legs over. Move your hips in and then bring your shoulders. I'm going to put another blanket here because you want your head to be able to slide. You don't now this pose, your head is back. Do you want to try it? Because yeah, try it and see. I can always put another. Try it. So start to go down. Bring your shoulders onto the bolster. So you have to kind of slide out. Mm-hmm.
Take it slow.
Yeah, go not. Yeah, take your no hurry.
Did I have a bolster?
Well, that you have to bring your and then get your shoulders down. You have to slide further out of the chair. There you go, to get the shoulders down. Can you slide further out? Now you've got it. Is that okay? Good. And then bring your arms through the inside legs and you hold on here. So bring your arms through here and hold the back legs of the chair. Yeah, that's it. And then just straighten your legs. You got it. That looks good, Dasha. Is that okay? Okay, good. And your head is resting on that extra blanket, right? Yeah, and that's it. So roll the thighs in. Turn the tops of your arms out. Maybe you can walk your hands further down. There you go. And then bring your feet onto the back of the chair there. Lift your chest. Shoulder blades into the back, breastbone up, nice Abby. And then lift your legs straight up like Viprati Karani. Mm-hmm. Good. And lift this. It's like your head is kind of hanging. Does it feel different? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Good. Yeah, that's okay. That looks good, Geraldine. Great, Kathy. Straighten the legs, outer shoulders down, jaw relaxed. Why are you here? We're here just to help ourselves. All of us are dealing with so many things. We just come and take some time, connect with our breath, do these poses, this practice that's been lovingly, graciously passed down to us. Now bend your legs and just bring your feet into that hammock. So if you have a blanket on the back of the chair, you might have to push it off and then bring your feet into the back of the chair there, or the hammock, and then bring your feet together, let your knees go apart. So this is the same pose we started with. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, that's it. Rest your feet in that hammock, let your inner thighs open, and then maybe you can relax your arms. If you feel like you're going to stay on the chair, you can bring your arms into Shavasana, or you can make your arms like a goalpost. You can kind of see what works. Yeah. And if you feel like you're going to slip, just gently hold on to the legs of the chair. That's it. Really let those inner legs open. See if having your feet a little bit lower on that hammock helps at all or gives you a different feeling of the pose. The heels are up, the toes are down. Yeah. Are you ready to come down, Dasha? Organizing. Okay. Okay, that's fine.
There.
Good. Okay, so just keep your chair there and just bring your feet onto the feet of the chair and then just slide back. When you're ready, bring your hands to the seat of the chair, or your feet to the seat of the chair, rather. Your hands to the front legs of the chair, and then just start to slide back. There you go. And just rest your hips on the bolster and rest your legs on the chair. Beautiful. Is that okay? You got it. Do you want that tri-folded blanket for your head? Okay, yeah, it looks fine. And just have some really good exhalations. If there's a space consideration, you can always rest your hands on your body. Otherwise, the arms are at your sides. And now take the bolster out from under your hips. You can either rest it on your body or just push it to the side or over your head. That's it. And just find your Shavasana. If you need a blanket under your head and your neck, take that. So let's, yes, you can. That's fine. Yeah. Lengthen the back of the neck. And just feel your legs on the chair and relax them. Feel your body on the floor. Relax your arms. Re-soften your face. And just again, be aware of your breath. Be aware of the in of your breath and the out of your breath. Allow your inhalations to become relatively the same length as your exhalations. So there's an evenness to the breath. And then after your next exhalation, have a slightly deeper inhalation into your chest region and just have a longer exhalation. And like we were talking about in downward dog, how the abdomen empties out, just follow your breath all the way out. Flow your head into your heart. And again, after the next exhalation, when your abdomen empties, have a slightly deeper inhalation into your chest region and just have a longer exhalation. Follow the breath all the way out. Notice that little pause at the end of the breath, the end of the exhalation. And then just do that one more time on your own. Just have a longer exhalation. And then just breathe normally. Feel the effects of that longer exhalation. At the end of your next exhalation, have a deeper inhalation all the way into the upper registers of your chest. And just notice that pause at the very top of your inhalation without really holding the breath. There's just a slight pause. And then again, have that longer exhalation. At the end of your next exhalation, again, have that deeper inhalation all the way up into your chest, near your shoulders. And then have that longer exhalation. And then just do that one more time on your own. Have a deeper inhalation, and longer exhalation. And then just breathe normally. Notice the effects of that deeper inhalation. And then just let go of your breath and be in Shavasana. Let loose your bones, let loose your muscles, let loose your skin. Resolve yourself into your heart. Let yourself be quiet and still. Let go. Bring your hands onto your body, deepen your breath. And then be super careful not to push your chair with your feet. Just draw your legs way away from your chair and then roll to your right side. And then come up and have a seat. Bring your hands to your heart center. And if you feel drawn to it, just say a little prayer that if I still have any hatred or prejudice in my heart, please let it come to the surface so I can see it. And then let me help me release it. Help me dissolve it. Let's chant Om Shanti Om. Shanti. Om. Bow your head to your heart. Namaste.